This thing on? I think this thing's on. Welcome, everybody, to another Georgia Archery podcast. I'm your host, Big John Chandler, and this is where we talk about, well, anything and everything to do with archery in the state of Georgia and Georgia archers wherever they may shoot. I hope y'all had a great weekend. We had a lot of shooting going on, some 3D shoots, some people out of town, the ATA. We had all of that going on, and we will talk about it today. Anyway, so let's get this thing started. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. I hope that everybody is enjoying themselves. Um, anyway, whew, my background music was a little loud for me in my ears. I don't know if it was that loud or if it was just you couldn't hear it. Who knows? We'll find out when we get finished filming it. So anyway, this is not live, as you can tell. So, but we're going to start filming as fast as we can to get them out and doing. And if I have a guest, I'll have a guest and we'll do it. And then we'll probably do lives more once a month, maybe that type of thing. That's the plan. I know everybody likes the live, and I understand completely. It's a whole lot of fun, and a lot of people see it after the fact. But I did this recording wise for years and pushed it out. So the live is going to be an extra. It's going to be a bonus. Hopefully, we have a good guest on when we have lives, and we can have time and we can drag this thing and talk an hour and chat and do and tell everybody way ahead of time that what night we're going to do a live on a Wednesday, end of the month, beginning of the month, so everybody gets the build up for what's going on. In the comments below on this, no matter where you see this on YouTube, please sure to go out there and put a comment in. Do you like that idea, or do you want to see lives every week? That's the answer that we need to see. So I want to hear from you. You tell me, do you want to see lives every week? Comment below in the YouTube, and then we will look them over, and I'll answer the comments. If you have any questions, be sure to put them in the comments below. If there's some things that I missed or some things you want me to talk about, put it in the comments below. Anyway, so this was a interesting weekend. So the Archery Trade Association had their trade show in Indianapolis, Indiana this week, and they did things a little bit different. Tuesday, I got in the car at 4 a.m., run my happy self all the way up with the shop. All four guys we was in the car, and we ran up. And Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday was open to just dealers, dealer only show. So of course you go around and try to make your orders with all your vendors and do we did business. That's what we did for the last 2 days, for the 2 days. And then Friday morning they opened up an S3DA archery tournament. It was called the Indoor Open in Indiana, and we had several Georgians shooting in that event. So there was 160 shooters signed up. That was pretty cool. And Leo Riles won his division, and several other Georgians were in that, and they also shot well and had a good time. So that's what was going on. And then the show opened to the public. So of course, if you're on Facebook and you're in the know, you saw all of these people post all of these different things. Um, you know, from the peeps to the bows to the all the different things that was going on. So that was Friday, and then if you were shooting the Rushmore Rumble, you get to practice on that Friday, along with go through the show and do your thing. So the Rushmore, excuse me, the Rushmore Rumble started Saturday morning, along with the trade show opened at 10. But the first shooters at the Rushmore Rumble. Excuse me. Started at 7:30. So we had 19 archers shooting in the Rushmore Rumble. And if you saw the shoot off, you saw that several, I think it was 15, 16, made the cut to shoot off in the championship male division. There was that many 900 rounds. And there were several other 900 rounds shot by a couple of different divisions. The female had only had one, so they had to shoot off for second and third in the female pro division. Also, in the youth division, I think it was, she shot a 900 by herself. So, and then Leo Riles was again shooting off. Someone finished it with a 300, but he had to shoot off for second or third. And so you could see that on the event. Plus the seniors, one guy shot clean 900, and the others had to shoot off for second and third. So if you're watching the cam videos in FAA's Rumble, you could see all of that action. It was pretty cool. So that was what happened during the week. Also, Saturday, Morgan County 4-H had their fundraiser shoot and had over 100 shooters for a fundraiser shoot. Congratulations on drawing a crowd and having a good time. LJ Bondi with 318 was the highest score in the room. Congratulations, LJ, with his 3D rig going out there and popping them dots. So that was pretty cool. Also on Saturday, the S3DA had their indoor North regional in Commerce, hosted by BAM Archery. They had over about 80 shooters. And this was the first time that we've used the new, not we, I wasn't there, that they have used the new scoring, electronic scoring. We used electronic scoring one other time or tried it a couple of times, but now they're using electronic scoring. So you use your phone and do the scoring. It makes it run so much smoother. Everybody I talked to said they were so happy that they ran scoring because it made give awards out faster and get all the math done. So congratulations on that. And that is true that they will be using that for the state championship also. So, but Knock It Up Archery had their 3D shoot, the first shoot of the year. You remember my guest from last week. They hosted their first shoot this year on Saturday and on Sunday, and they ended up with over 70 archers. So, hey, thanks for going out and supporting them. I hope that maybe the video got one or two more that didn't know that was happening, could at least get them going and doing that. So that's what happened this past weekend. So, what else is new? What else are you ready? Deer season's over for most everybody. Um, and, you know, the ASA stuff, I've actually got a lot of video from ASA. Videos will be posted soon. I actually got most of it edited. I just hadn't uploaded it. I'll upload it into pieces and then make it into a big video, hopefully. That's my plan. The best laid plans of mice and men, right? So, of course, like I said, at work for the shop, we went up to the ATA show, and we had to, do business. So I've been trying to play catch up for the week we was gone, along with all the other guys, trying to get everything going, get all our orders in place, the PO numbers, the so forth and so on, and make sure that we're ready as a shop for the next year. Have what people want, do what they, and have the equipment that everybody wants. So, Lancaster's coming up. Not too long, a couple of weeks, not this weekend, but next weekend. Who's going? Comment below if you're going to Lancaster, so we can see who's going to Lancaster. There's a lot of shoots. The calendar's getting more full every week. Hey, did you see the ASA announced more information about their shoot? every Friday. Now we're just tuned in every Friday to figure out to get more information on this shoot that they're having. Yeah, you got to make sure you tune in every Friday. I saw Josh at the ATA, and I did. I ran the camera in his face and said, "Hey, can you give me more information?" And you know what he told me? We'll tune in Friday, and you can get some more information. So that's what happened. Um, but yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I think that the ATA, I mean, was better or busier, I should say. Now, I don't know about better. It was busier with more people on the open to the public, the Super Show, Bow Hunter Super Show, they called it. And it was cool to see a lot of different people, a lot of different places that usually didn't have access to that before. They get to touch and feel all the new products. What new product did you see that you could not, you can't wait to touch and feel? Comment below on that. Just go ahead and make a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me what what product did you thought was interesting. Everybody saw the crazy bow. I have a video that won't go out because I was gonna film myself shooting that bow. And as soon as I stepped up to shoot that bow, the person before me, well, needless to say, I didn't have a bow to shoot because the string came off, and so they were having to fix the bow. So I went ahead and went to the next part. But it was a funny looking thing for sure. So yeah, so that's what's going on who is shooting this weekend. Man, you know, it's getting to be busier and busier. We have some Georgians, a couple of Georgians that I know of, flying over to shoot Nimes. That's the Indoor Archery World Series in Nimes, France. It's always a big deal. You can find it on videos of, you know, shoot offs and that type of thing on World Archery. I know Curtis flew out yesterday at 2 o'clock, I think it was, and a couple others are flying out. So good luck to all the Georgians that are headed all the way to France. But I know for the most part, on Friday night and Saturday, there'll be a whole bunch of youth migrating to Perry, Georgia to shoot the 4-H state indoor. They usually get about 500 to 700 kids shooting that event. So good luck to all of you that go down and shoot that 4-H event this weekend. But if you post pictures, tag Georgia Archery. It's hashtag Georgia Archery. I would love to see the pictures. If you hashtag it, I can find it. Um, see the pictures of all the 4-H kids shooting their bows because that is just an event that's fun in itself. So, excuse me. On Saturday, for you 3D guys that broke the bow out last weekend for the 3D, um, so Sweetwater Archery Club is having a shoot on the Saturday. So go over there and support Sweetwater. Them guys have tried to keep that club running. Not that it's always done great, always done things, but if you don't go support your local shoot, they just won't keep going. Also, Team On Point is hosting an indoor Lancaster warm up on Saturday. So mostly the adults. I'm just going to be honest because a lot of them are the kids are on the 4-H, but a lot of the adults are shooting. And they'll have some kids shooting that are not shooting 4-H. But Lancaster warm up down there for Team On Point. If you haven't registered yet, there's a link. I've posted it, shared it. You can look it up. So go down there, support those guys, shoot that warm up. That's a whole lot of fun. Lancaster warm up. It's a good time by all. I don't have anything on the calendar for Sunday. Can you believe that? Nothing on the calendar for Sunday. Now, Monday is a holiday. Maybe everybody wanted to just, you know, play around and goof off and didn't quite program something for this weekend because there was 4-H shooting and this shooting and that shooting and um, this, that, and other, and they just didn't plan something for Sunday. And that's okay because it's fine to have fun. You can go outside if the weather holds up and go out because it's supposed to get cold. If the weather holds up, you can go out there and shoot your bow and have some good times just in your yard. Get some friends and do your thing. You want to know what I'm doing? I'm looking at my phone. I'm checking out something. For our area, it's supposed to get cold. It's wet and nasty today. It's Wednesday. Um, so wind's supposed to blow a bunch on Thursday. It's supposed to be really cold on Saturday and Sunday. The high for Sunday is only 42. So, and the high for Monday is 47. So, looks like it's going to be a little chilly in the morning. Maybe you can get out there and do something. Monday, there happens to be this little college championship football game going on. If you are into that sort of thing. Other than that, I think that's about it. I just with information. Um, at the ATA show, I talked to several people, and you will see some videos of all the different. I didn't get as much as I wanted to um, filmed, but there's a few things. HHA site, um, the bow press from tooling company. Let's see, QAD, always a good company. Zebros. I'm going to bring that up because I have an interview with them. You'll get to look for those videos. Zebros has done something good. They're back in business full time with two new owners or three new owners, however it works, but two operating owners. And they have done some work to the Zebros name to make it even better. You can be on the lookout for that video soon on YouTube, shared out to all the socials, and you can definitely get out there and check them out. And if you're looking for a sight light, that's probably a good one. I used them for years, so check them out and see what you think. Let's see here. Remember, you can always find us everywhere. There is a social media link, Georgia Archery. You can also find us on the webpage, www.georgiaarchery.com. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and share all of the videos, audio, whatever you hear, see, and do when I try to do this. I want to grow this channel. I have some plans. 2026 plans. What is the plans for 2026? The plans is to do more bow reviews, in product reviews, um, information on how to's. Um, Georgia Archery is Georgia Archery first, but also is archery in general, right? So we're going to talk archery in general, no matter where everybody's shooting at. So, like, we can talk about Nîmes, France, and how that tournament runs, and we can say, hey, we had some Georgians there. So, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on all of the different channels or social medias. If you're listening to this in an audio, please leave a comment on the audio that you listen to. If you're listening to Spotify, just leave a comment, says if you like it, if you're on Apple Music, just go and just, hey, I enjoy listening to this content, because that tells other people that it's worth listening to. Most of these don't run very long. Most of these are about 20 minutes to an hour at the most. And, it's informational, local. And then on top of that, it's just informational and about archery itself. So that's what we're planning on doing. If you see something that you want to put on our calendar or talk about each week, send me an email, info@georgiaarchery.com. That's the best place to send all your information. That if you want it to be talked about or shared, I try my best to see every archery thing that I can do to share on all the social medias, but they don't always happen, right? This is a podcast that we try to do every Wednesday. Hopefully goes out around 8:30 or so. This one won't go out quite at 8:30 tonight because we're filming it later or videoing it as fast as I can. But um, we appreciate all the support, and we're trying to do what we got to do. So I think that's about it. If y'all want to know who my sponsors are personally, you can see them right here. There's one, there's two, and there's three. That's just three of my sponsors. I have several others, but those are three that I have got a little sign for. If you follow me personally, you've probably saw that this thing here, though this right here, was my Christmas present. If you want to know what that is, that's dollar bills. Well, there's a 20 and a 5 that are signed by people that I have won money against. Make a little bet, little wager at the end of 20 targets, who was leading, who wasn't. And this is a pretty cool present to how to display all of that. My daughter built this and pinned them up. I had this stuck in a closet, you know? No, it was actually in a desk drawer. She's like, so she figured out a way to display this. I haven't hung it up yet, but it's pretty cool. So, well, I think that's about it for this week. Take someone, teach them how to shoot a bow. It will last them a lifetime. Until next time, I'm Big John. This is Georgia Archery, and we'll see you.